Welcome back to Just Off the Plate. It's episode 44. Armando is still here. My name is Cody. Joining us tonight from the Texas Thunder and also the Houston Gamblers and former Pirate.
Yeah.
Pedro Rivera is in the house. Pedro, welcome to the show, gentlemen. How we doing?
You're doing good, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out, Pedro. I know you're a busy man. You're an entrepreneur. You're a tournament manager, CEO. You got all kinds of names, right?
Yeah.
I denied him that in the intro. Sorry, manager.
Yeah, manager.
Of the Houston Gamblers, right?
CEO?
Co-manager?
I don't know.
Co-manager.
Oh, yeah.
Co-manager.
Right before Carlos.
I know. Carlos is going to come. Hey, man.
Is he here yet? Is he here?
Yeah, no shit. We haven't got nobody on yet, so we'll see. Oh, no, we got 4 people, but nobody's coming yet.
Champion Houston Gamblers. Kickoff, right?
Vegas kickoff. Vegas kickoff, man. How was that?
Well, it was good because we knew the competition that was there. So it's just a matter of having, like I was telling you earlier, having the right pieces.
Right.
Not get anybody hurt.
Yeah.
Align your pitching the way you're supposed to.
He also carries 22-man roster. But
there's a way to do it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's enough games.
Yeah.
Where, you're supposed to spread it out. 2 at-bats, 3 at-bats. Well, see, in Florida, we had 9-inning, 3-hour games.
Oh, okay.
So you have plenty of time to make those moves if you needed it.
Yeah. And I imagine your 22 guys, you know them, right?
They're from Houston. There's probably 17 of them, 16 of them.
Okay.
I had a couple Albuquerque guys.
Okay. But you've played with them before? You haven't?
No. So the Albuquerque guys, I didn't know them until Vegas.
Okay.
So I kind of already had a feel of them.
Okay.
And then we went to Austin. And you get to learn because we stay together and everything. But overall, I didn't know them. I didn't know how they were going to act. I'm going to play you this game and not that game.
This was the first time you played with them?
Yeah.
But did you have any insight on their ability for the game?
No.
Okay.
No. So I got a call from Albuquerque MSBL, the president. He said, "Hey, I got this guy." Okay. And then that guy, which was Matt Reeder, he says, "Hey, I got this other guy. His name's Brian." Oh, okay. So, just blind, show up and let's see what you got.
All right.
I already knew what the rest of my team had, so it's just a matter of having them.
I would imagine in that conversation, someone was along the lines of, "Hey, I got some guys they can play. Any insight on their abilities?" Or was it just, "Hey, I got a guy who wants to play. Can you take him?"
Well, no, hell no.
Okay.
It ain't gonna be just nah, you could say that. Put a spike on and uniform.
Right.
I mean, you could look like you could play, but we
What do we say?
We gotta have some balls.
What do we say earlier, bro? We got enough bodies, just not enough players.
Yeah. No, hell no. That is not our part.
See, I didn't know if maybe you were a victim to that because I know of past experiences that has happened. Because they have the pool player thing, right? Where you can sign up and then you can
I've
pick.
been a part of that, yeah.
Yeah. So you just don't really know. There should be a place in there where you can upload video, right, of your performance.
Yeah, like your resume and shit.
Oh, anybody can say anything.
Before we took off to Florida, it was a couple months ago, there's a team called the Expos in 35 Plus. And this guy, he sent me several videos of him getting hits.
Okay.
And the gappers, and he would run it out and everything, fielding and I don't know who this guy was.
Yeah.
But what threw me off was every time he would swing, he would chunk his bat and hit the umpire twice. I'm like, nah, I ain't not gonna have this trouble with me, because you got about a bunch of Venezuelans and Puerto Ricans that they don't mess with that shit, So you can't be having that. So
did you pick him up or not?
No, I didn't pick him up. Hell no.
See, that's what's funny. He probably didn't realize. Well, I'm smashing this ball, right? But ultimately, it was his fault. He showed where he would throw the bat, and if you're smart enough, you pick up on that, and I'm like, you're not on my team.
Well, and of course, you don't want to get the umpires on the bad side of you, right? Right away, you start off with that shit, and and here's another thing that I think that sometimes that we kind of learned in a couple of tournaments we've been in is you might be the big fish in your small pond, but once you come out here where there's a lot of talent, you're not the biggest fish, right? And so we saw that. We're like, oh yeah, I'm raking over there. Well, you're from a small town, bro. Like, you're from a really small town. I'm pretty sure you're a beast there. Congratulations. But now you came over here with the big boys, and it's a different town. And I'm sure you've seen that, right? Now, you might be the talent that everybody else have. Oh, shit, what the fucking gamblers, brought it. Or you've seen the talent come in from other cities or whatever. So I always feel that when you go to these tournaments, that you got to really bring your A game. You really got to stay focused because, I mean, they're supposedly being the best of the best out there. You don't want to waste time.
That's true.
Yep. So we got, let's see who we got here. We got David Cotton. We got, we got Johnny Cruz here, fool. Shit. We got Johnny Velo. We got Bo. We got Bo in the house. We got Josue. What's up, Josue?
What up, Jimmy?
Jimmy. Yeah, we got Jimmy, man. Jimmy. The Mr. Bombat. Mr. fucking, if I don't swing, it's not a strike. Bullshit. Mas puto. Oh shit, dude. But so it went. You had some hiccups, right? Let's talk about some of those. So what happened out there when you're out there in Florida? You were at West Palm Beach, right? If I'm right.
West Palm and Jupiter.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
Okay. So how'd that go? Walk us through that shit.
Oh, we started off good. Everything was as usual. I mean, we had our first win right away, and we dominated. And second game we ran into this team called Senadores. They're all Venezuelan. All of them played pro ball. All of them did.
No shit.
So
pro ball here in the United States or pro ball over there?
Both.
Oh, okay.
So especially they had a catcher. He had a hose. He had center fielder. Everybody had a little version. So we threw Joseph at him, and it was a hell of a day with them. Yeah.
No shit.
We ended up tied that game. We played 10 innings and just we had opportunities. We couldn't win that game. Whatever. So next game we played at the stadium at Roger Dean where the Cardinals and the Marlins play, and we did well there. But then our doubleheader came around. I thought we had the juice. We had the juice going with us, and that didn't work out.
So the first day was single game or doubleheader?
Single game.
Single game, first game.
So in Florida, there's only the one doubleheader you get. Not like in Arizona where
everyone says I was gonna say, 'cause when
2 days, yeah.
Well, over there we had two days doubleheaders. We had 5 guaranteed games. I think you guys 5 guaranteed games.
5, yeah. So you have to have more than that.
Guaranteed
in Arizona.
Yeah, it's 6.
Was it 6? Oh, but I'm saying the one I just went to was 5.
Oh.
5 guaranteed, but it was two double.
And you're talking about in Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Is that
yeah.
MSBL? Where is that? Oh.
No, that was Napa.
Oh.
That was Napa. So, but those double headers take a toll, man, and that's why you had a 22-man roster, right?
Yeah.
How was that managing the egos and shit like that?
That is we talked about before. Everyone knows, so we don't play with that. Everyone's gonna get their chance. Don't be insecure or down in the dumps because you're not playing the first game. Like I said, they're 3-hour 9-inning games, so just like in veteranos, I mean, we all get our portion. Everyone gets to play.
Yeah.
If you didn't get it in the first game, you're gonna get it in the second game, and then at the end in the playoffs, that's where things can be. If you didn't hit, you ain't hitting in the playoffs.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhat performance-based, right? Yeah, like, hey, here's these first 2 or 3 games. Show me something.
I do A/B. Well, see, so for the
you do A/B,
the 5 games, yeah, because you want to have you try to spread out as much as you can, and we did 11 hitters, and we did the last 2 had A/B on them. And I said, okay, well, if you really want to do, you better perform. Now, if you happen to be the one outperforming the other, then I'll scratch that B. And or whatever it is, I'll scratch the other guy, and you take it.
Right.
But,
you could do that when you AB. You can scratch it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
So.
Yeah, you could take it away whenever you want. Is what you're saying. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So, yeah.
Did when you were you're making it competitive, right? You're like, hey man, you want to play in the playoffs, you got to do this. Is there anything different? Because did you have stadium games?
Yeah.
Did you do
Roger Dean game?
The Dean game.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you do anything different there? Like, hey, everybody plays or any of that shit?
No, I mean everything stays the same. Everything stays the same. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. I mean everyone, like I said, everyone got to play. The pitchers. I line up a certain pitching staff. This guy's gonna start this game, and okay, this guy's gonna relieve that guy. The day Joseph goes, I just let him go. He never gets anyone to relieve him. But from there, everybody else, everyone has 3 or 4 innings. I'll go that far. Like you say, go twice around the batting order, depending on how you're doing.
Yeah.
Depending on how many pitches you're gone.
Yeah.
Then we'll make that move from there. Because at the end of the thing, I mean, if you pitch Tuesday or you pitch Wednesday to use you in the playoffs, I can't burn you because then you're no good for us. So.
And that's an interesting strategy too, right? Because you got to think about the pitchers. Who you like? You're starting off with your ace, and you can't because you want to use them in your playoffs, right? That's why you start them off first, right? So it's almost like a World Series, basically, right? Is what it is, right? Essentially, because you're coming up because that's how they pitch the aces, right? In the real World Series is like you start them off first so you can have them ready for Game 5 or whatever. So man, that's cool. Did any injuries or anything like that?
No, just Rich. Rich pulled something, but he got a couple of hits afterward, and we just ran for him. But that was really the only injury we had. Normally we have 8 or 9 guys. They pull a hamstring, pull a groin, pull just something. We didn't have anything. Not that I can think of.
So we were your stadium game was the third game?
Our stadium game was the third game, yeah.
Okay. See, at that point you're still competitive, right? Everyone, they go in these tournaments and hey, I want to play on the big stadium, right? That's what you want to do. We kind of lucked out, I guess, because ours was the very last one.
Yeah.
And we were out of it. We weren't going to make it anyway. So it's like everybody, like, well, I don't have to be competitive here. Yeah, we want to win for pride. That's what the announcer kept saying.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, he must have said that 20 times, but whatever. Yeah. But, I mean, you call it what you will. I mean, that's what it was.
Did they have a guy like that over there?
Yeah, they were calling the game.
No, I'm talking about. Okay, so there's a guy that calls that announces your name. Hey, Pedro Rivera, whatever. But then we paid a guy, which I've done it before in Arizona. It was like I think my second or third time doing the video. But there's a guy that videos you and he's calling the game, and then he gives you a video of the game.
Oh no!
He's a professional announcer. He's a play-by-play guy. Right? And when you're coming up and he's sitting there talking about you, right? That's why for some reason, he knows he hits the all fields. Like, that's what he says about him.
Dude,
like,
it sounds cool.
It does. Like, he's talking you up and he doesn't even know you.
Yeah.
And he's judging by what you do on the field and he's making comments. It's pretty neat.
When you listen to it, it's professional, bro. Like, it sounds really legit. Like, it sounds really, the guy knows, he has a broadcaster voice and he has a fielder talk. I mean, here, let's be honest. Even watching a professional game, I don't fucking buy guy throwing 98 miles an hour and he's like, hey, he watched that pitch go right up to the end and then he fucking drove it the other way. No, I think you hit it fucking late and then it went the other fucking way, right?
But 98,
but you know what I'm saying? But they juice it up, right? Oh yeah, you see the way he did this play, and some of these plays they oversell it because I've seen them like.
Well, they give him too much credit.
Yes,
yes, sometimes.
Yes,
So what else are you going to talk about?
and that's what's cool about this guy, AVN.
It's APN Video.
APN Video. If anybody's out there, looks it up. APN Video. It's a really cool company. He does other things, but when he goes to tournaments, that's kind of, I don't know if that's a side thing or makes his good money there, but he'll approach both teams and say, hey, I can offer this service. You guys chip in, and I think it ended up being $8 for, like, both teams pitched in, and it ended up being $8 for the video.
$8 per player. So I would imagine a couple $100 he's charging, which would be worth it. So it's a 3-hour game, and then he condensed it down to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He chops it up. I mean, it's kind of cool, man, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's like
you said this is in Florida or Arizona?
This was Arizona. This was MSBL. So it was Arizona, but it's always happened at that World Series in Arizona that they do that. And like I said, look him up, man. It's a really cool. It just adds more value to your tournament, right, bro? You're going out there in the stadium and shit like that. So, but like I said, he talks to you like he fucking knows you. Like he said, he's like, yeah, Hermano's batting second because he goes to all fields. I'm like, he don't fucking know that. You know what I'm saying? Cody with the
I'm stealing bags, right? I stole second, then I stole third. And he's like, blistering speed Hester possesses. We'll show you the video after the show, but yeah, it's really neat. But so everybody, you want to hear your name called, right? You want to be talked about. So it's like 22 guys. You want to try and get them all in there. At least, that's what Dean wanted to do.
Yeah.
But it's tough. I imagine it would be tough in the third game. You're still trying to compete, Like, we can't just let everybody play. We're still trying to win.
Here's where it was, because when I landed Saturday, I knew that there was a lot of rain coming in for Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
So I told Carlos, I said the game plan's got to be we've got to win the first 3, only because we didn't know what Friday and Saturday, Thursday and Friday we're gonna bring. I said they may make everything be late Friday into Saturday playoffs. I said we got to win right now. So like going into that game, I was like, okay, we're at 1-0 and 1. I said we have to win this game. So I threw my number 2 guy, and I was like, okay, well, we're gonna go as far as we can. You know, if we get a lead on them, then we'll pull them out. Whatever, you know, same thing.
Save them.
But yeah, I was still in win mode at that point.
Yeah.
So once we realized on Thursday that I was, regardless of what I did, I was still gonna be in. I kind of, pulled back a little bit, and I used just arms. Yeah, guys that are pitchers, but it was, and I did other lineups, the way I organized the hitters and everything was a little bit different, only to get more game to the players,
Yeah.
Do you keep a paper book or do you look
yeah.
game change? Okay.
Yeah.
So you look at stats and shit
Yeah,
when you're doing your
absolutely.
shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play in the tournament?
I don't. I try to get a couple of bats. I mean, everyone wants to hit. They're here, whatever. But I get my at least my few at bats just so I qualify for playoffs.
Gotcha.
But I don't. That's not what I'm there for. I'm not there for that. I'm there to try to help the guys go and win.
100%. But at the same time, you're a ball player, bro, and I've seen and you could hit. We played on the same team, so
right.
I know you can hit. So, do you feel a little bit like you could be like unintentionally hurting the team by not putting you in the lineup because you're a hitter? You're a solid hitter. You're hard out. You ever think about that like that?
Yeah, sometimes. Depending on what we had a situation where that tied game that we had bases loaded, no outs, and we couldn't get a damn run. And the first batter popped up. Second, third batter, they struck out. Like shit.
Yeah.
I could have put myself in there.
Right.
Not myself. We had other guys, but they were uncompetitive. They were not competitive at bats. So like, damn, dude, like maybe I should have put myself at least I could poke it out and get it out in the outfield
100%.
or whatever,
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
He must have popped up on the first pitch or something.
Do I? Yeah, right.
He must have popped up on the first pitch.
No. It was actually a 3-1 count.
Oh,
it was a 3-1 count.
Yeah.
Like, God, come on, dude. Like, better, but whatever.
You're not supposed to miss that pitch. Like, if it's there, you're not supposed to miss it.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to miss that pitch. On Friday night, the championship game, Cody was back there, and bases were loaded, and Cody was like, he was a new pitcher, and he's like, hey, so he hasn't thrown any strikes, so you're gonna swing? I go, Cody, you already know, like it's in my head, right?
The guy's warming up. And probably threw 15 pitches, warming up. One of them was a strike. And I told him that because I was watching. I was sitting right there, and he was up to bat. And I said, hey, you should probably be in take mode because he hasn't thrown hardly any strikes, only 1 out of 15. He swings at the first pitch.
Who was this?
Him.
No, but who was warming up?
It was some guy from the Hot Shots.
Yeah, I think it was Reed. Might have been Reed.
Yeah,
it was Reed.
Yeah.
Reed was up there. Yeah, Reed was up there, and they just switched him. And luckily, thank you.
That song gonna throw us hard, dude.
They were coming in there.
Yeah, no. I felt one in my head. But X saved me, bro, because it ended up being a sack fly.
Yeah.
So, thank you, X. Thank you, X, for.
You wrote it down as a sack fly. Oh, the computer thing.
Well, it was a sack fly.
It was. It shouldn't have been. When you look at where the ball was caught,
correct. Like
you don't send the runner there, but
only a few people make that play at home, and that's X. Eric makes it. Fast fly. Anybody with just moderate speed, no, it's an out. It's a double play. Or he doesn't go. Who
was in the outfield? Who caught it?
It was short right field. I don't remember.
Not sure. Yeah.
Not sure who it was. I mean, it was a great throw. But X, is fast.
Right.
So he just Sergio Cotton just missed him. I mean, he went around him.
And it's all about knowing how to slide too, because if he would have stayed straight, he could have tagged him out.
Yeah.
But it's about going around and sliding
enough.
around the tag.
Yeah, just enough.
Knowing that you need to do that.
Thank you, X, for not making me look bad in front of Cody there. Because here's the thing, Cody kind of said it right. The pitch was there, I didn't execute it. Right, I popped up far enough into right. I mean, out of the infield, not a pop up straight infield. Not deep enough, really, for normal players. So he saved me, made me look good. So it worked out okay. So, But those are the type of moves that you got to think about when you're up there.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't the smartest move. I just didn't execute it. I saw the fastball. I just didn't execute it, and it just fucking. It is what the fuck it is. We ended up winning anyway, so it worked out okay. But when you were out there, so you're out there, right? You know rain is fucking coming, right? So what happens? So that when it start Thursday or Wednesday? Oh, I mean Tuesday was the start of the tournament or
Monday.
Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, and then Wednesday.
So rain never came on Thursday like they called it was.
Okay.
So we played both our games. So they changed the thing a little bit where before it was 3 hour 9 innings. The first game we started at 8:30 and they said 2.5 or 7. We're like, shit. All right, we'll just make it work. Well, the farther into the day, the more the rain just kind of moved away from us, and then they called it 2.5 or 9 or just 2.5. And like, damn, dude. I mean, not that it really mattered because we played the first game against a team called Safe Financial that everyone. That's the. I don't know if you saw the post Carlos put with Omar Infante.
See, I don't know who the fuck that is. Explain to me.
He used to be the shortstop for the Royals and Tigers. I think he won.
Oh, okay.
And Marlin. I think Royals for sure. He won the World Series with them that year.
Okay.
2015. So that team there is stacked. I mean, they've got well for sure a MLB player right there, and their whole staff. They all played minor league ball. They had this lefty. Suppose that was their number 5. He diced us up. We didn't have a shot against him anyway. He was really he had a day with us.
That was the Thursday game?
That was the first game, yeah.
Okay.
And so the way it worked out is because playoffs, everything got rained out. They ended up getting the championship. I don't think they get rings though, but still,
because of the best record, I guess.
because of the best record.
Okay.
And now I think they only allowed like 4 runs the whole tournament.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, the staff is strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying. You might be the big fish in a small pond where you come from. When you come out there, it's the big boys, and they bring out the big guns. You know. So definitely, went out there and did your thing. We got Macho on here too. Macho just joined on.
Steven.
Yeah. And I think who else I see in here come in here right now? Where is he? Fucking Carlos jumped on. So so you guys got rained out, right?
Right.
Now, one of the reasons I think it's a good conversation to have is because, like my tournament that I had in Florida too. I was there, but I was in Cocoa Beach, north of you, and it was just a week before yours. I mean, literally yours was the following week, right? And we had rain out there. And did you guys play any turf?
No.
Okay.
All regular natural
fields. Okay, so we had a game. Thursday. Our tournaments are Thursday, doubleheader Thursday, and then we were supposed to have a doubleheader Friday, and it rained that night and into the morning. So they're like, hey, they're scrambling. What are we gonna happen? And I'm thinking, oh shit, this is gonna get canceled, or they're gonna squish a bunch of games together. Maybe play 3 games in one day. I don't know. But what ended up happening was we ended up having a 5 o'clock game and a midnight game. Right now, a lot of people were pissed. Right now. You can scratch that off your bucket list, playing at midnight. Who the fuck's done that shit, right? Play baseball at midnight. But it was a turf field, and then they went from 2.5 or 2:45 down to 2 hours, and you can't start the last inning or an inning 15 minutes before the 2 hour mark. So basically, it's an hour 45-minute game, which was stupid, right? We were all mad. It sucked. But in hindsight, comparing to your tournament, we could have got canceled. Right, we could have got rained out if they would have scrambled and got us a field. So it wasn't the best circumstances, but I gotta say I appreciate that the president of the tournament or whatever, the logistics guy, whatever, scrambled and found us a field, right? And it was not the best. And of course, you had umpires out there. I mean, everybody's fucking tired, man. Right. And then we got a game the next day on Saturday. So, but the alternative is, hey, well, fuck, you don't want to play at midnight, you don't want to play at fucking 5 o'clock, you don't want to play, then fucking okay,
Yeah.
it's done, right? So I think that in our end, in ours was NABA, that I appreciate that they did it, and especially now that you're sharing your story that, hey, you guys got rained out and you guys had no turf fields, whether they weren't available or there's just no turf fields in that area. I don't know.
I'm telling you, it started. Well, we got it all the way into the second inning that first game, and it didn't stop. Shit, all the way into, because that was Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday when we left, it was still raining.
You felt like you're in Houston, huh?
Yeah,
just 3 days of nothing but rain, huh?
It would not. It would drizzle, then it would rain hard, and it would stop for a little bit, then it would drizzle, it rain. It just constantly. We got all the way to Miami. It was semi-dry over there, but when we came back up to West Palm, and it just raining. It sucks.
You can't do anything.
You can't.
Right?
I don't know at all. Right.
Yeah.
No, and it ruins it, right? Because now, here's what sucks is like for us, like when we canceled that Friday, when it was up in the air, it's like, okay, dude, they're gonna scramble, push shit together. Two, I can't even enjoy my time here because it's like I can't. What if they say, hey, you got to be in this field in 2 hours?
Right.
Right? We're gonna say no. You're here for that reason. You're here to fucking sightsee, and it just and then it's raining. And then you're in Florida. You want to be by the beach. You want to see shit. It's like so.
Well, that's what I think. I think of Florida. I think of sunny beaches.
Yeah, and to have that fucking weather, you're just like, bro, I just came from that shitty fucking weather. Why the fuck is it here, man?
Because your ass brought it.
Dude, that's what me and Omar was saying, dude. Like, we brought the fucking weather. Like, how the fuck did it follow
See,
us?
before we used to play at so it's always been. I've never been rained out of a tournament.
Yeah.
Never. But it's always been where we would get rain delays. They'll stop the game. They'll clean up put some quick dry, whatever.
Right.
Let's go again.
Yeah.
Before we used to play in Clearwater, it never rained there. It was a little colder, but it never rained there. And I just liked it better there.
Clearwater, where's that at? I'm not.
That's just on the other side of Florida. It's just along in the Gulf.
Okay.
And we're on the Atlantic side.
Okay, got you.
But over there in Clearwater, you play in the Phillies. It's Phillies, the Blue Jays, and the Yankees. Their facilities over there on.
Well, and you gotta believe that the MLB built the stadiums where they know it's not gonna rain as much, right?
Right.
Because that's why you have spring in in Arizona.
Yeah.
And in Florida, right?
Yeah, they did. It doesn't rain there in the spring though. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're not spring training right now, so it's gonna rain.
Oh
there.
yeah. My bad.
But
100%.
Yeah, it's not gonna rain whenever they're there.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah,
right?
but
a lot,
this is
anyway.
the first year I've never ever.
Yeah, no, I was
this much rain. I've never been there.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you and bring you on, bro, because it was like, it was one of those things with, oh, look, you got Pedro in here. Pedro Garcia's in here, too. We got Alo in the house.
Poppy Chicken's
in the house. And
I saw Mr. Walkoff earlier. Sergio.
Mr. Walkoff, yeah, Mr. Clutch, right? Yeah, we got to shout him out when we talk about the championship game. But, it's one to me. It's interesting that, like you said, you've never had one get canceled, and as much as we bitched about it, in our group chat, I was like, I took a screenshot and I sent it to him. Like, look, bro, they played right after us, and look, this shit got canceled. So, as much as it sucked, let's be grateful that they made it happen. And it's even like here, man. Even like, when we, HBA, when sometimes our games get moved to Spring Spirit. Right, hey, we try to make it work,
right?
And Adam does what he can to accommodate the games, so the games continue going. May not be the best case scenario and shit, but it is what it is. It's either that or not play at all, right? Or sometimes we have to play double headers, So it sucks, but between I think league presidents and tournament presidents and managers trying to fucking make that work, man. Did you have any problems keeping the guys together as far as like, hey man, don't go fucking off, like go drinking and shit like that?
It's not keeping them together because a lot of times we get one big house.
Yeah.
So I have 2/3 of the team in one house.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. I had 14 of us in one house.
Damn.
Well, it was.
Yeah, no shit.
See,
fucking frat house, right?
So the first couple of days I had my wife and my little boys with us. So
Yeah.
I was in Jupiter because I knew the stadium and everything. The first couple of games were over there. So I left these fools by themselves the first couple of days. Well, the second day, whenever they showed up, they say they weren't up that late, but I got a couple pictures at 4 a.m. where they were still up. And then one of them, they had one of those big old liquor bottles.
Oh.
Just a little bit was left in it. I was like, y'all are out of control. And then it hit like that. They played like they were hungover.
Yeah.
I like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you until later on they fessed up on it. Like, man, y'all are.
Why'd
it
you come
happens
here?
every goddamn year. It happens.
Yeah. Why did you come here?
How does that make you feel? That's got to piss you off, right? It would piss me off.
Well, it does. It does. But I mean, they're here. You know, they're having fun. Whatever. We didn't lose, so that made it. You know.
Right.
That was a little bit easier. But if we would have lost and we played like shit the way we were, man, I would have.
Right, you would have went off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, because at the end of the day, I get it. We're all use this as a little vacation and shit, but it's a team effort, and and here's my thing: is okay if you come hungover, and you still ball out, you don't make any errors, you hit the ball right, whatever. No, nothing to talk about, right? Like going back to the first pitch. If I hit a fucking home run or I hit a base hit at the first pitch, nobody's gonna say shit, right? But you pop out, or you fucking ground out, they're talking some shit. So. I feel it's the same way with these tournaments, right? Like, as long as you can handle your shit and do what you're supposed to, nothing being said. But just know that even if you're sober and you make that error, mommy's gonna say, you made the error. But now that you're fucking hungover, well, you fucked up because you were fucking hungover,
You got a reason to lay into them.
Yeah, you do, man.
Yeah.
So,
and if you throw up on the field, I mean, that's just even worse.
That's even worse.
we had a guy do that.
Oh no, hungover.
I think it was nervousness and just that dude. What was his name? Dietrich. Shout out to Dietrich. Hopefully, I don't think he plays attention, but Dietrich wild out, and Ray knows this. Ray, and who was in that? Me, Ray, Dietrich, and then of course Dean. Yeah. We were all staying in the same fucking house, and this dude wilded out the whole fucking time. And it's like, and it kind of got me a little mad because I'm like, I came out here to fucking win. Like, I got enough excuses why I make my errors, enough excuses why I missed whatever, right? I don't need me staying up late to be part of those fucking reasons. So it bothers me a little bit. I like guys to take it a little serious, but I do understand having fun. And I think there's days to have fun, right? Because you guys didn't have a lot of double headers, right? So it's like if you have a late game, all right, fool, party after the game, and you got a 5 o'clock game, cool, do whatever the fuck you want. You got but when you got an 8 o'clock game, 10 o'clock game, like, or a double header, like, be smart about it, So
how about after you win the championship, stay another day and then go party? How about that?
Yeah, that.
Like after it's done.
If I guess one positive of the tournament not going well for you is that you got days to fucking go fuck off.
Because you're not in the playoffs. Right?
Yeah, I mean, like
do you make playoffs? How does that
no,
work?
bro. So by the time Saturday came, by the time Friday came, we know we were out. I mean, we only won 2 of the 5 games, and we let up a lot of runs. So on the last game, was it Saturday? Yeah, last game on Saturday, we only had 1 game. We're already out, and it was like that guy can't score that many runs, and this kind of team has to win. Well, none of that magic happened. We ended up not making it, right? It was like a slim chance of us making it, right? And so me and Omar get this itch, and we're like, hey, man, let's go to Miami. He had talked about going to Miami before the trip. Like, do we land and then drive up, or do we go back? And I said, man, well, if the tournament doesn't go as well as it should, we probably going to have enough time to go to Miami. And then you guys happen to be going to Miami or landing in Miami airport.
No, we flew into Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale. And then you guys went to Miami.
Right.
For a little bit, right? So I was like, hey, man, actually, shit, you guys were there. My cousin's wife happened to be there on some kind of convention. So I was like, dude, I know a lot of people coincidentally being in Miami. Right. So maybe we could hook up. Not that that's not the only reason we went. We're going to go check out Miami. We're probably never going to be this close to Miami again. So let's go. So that was a benefactor of being a losing team, but also having the time to go over there. But we left that partying for that time. I mean, we did an all-nighter. I mean, we were out there all night, 3 hours there, kicked it all night, and then drove back. And 3 hours, got home, I think, at 5 o'clock in the morning, got our shit ready, and then got on a plane at 1 o'clock and took off back to Houston. So that's when I feel like you should leave the partying up, or when you win. Like, leave the partying up when you fucking win. Don't fucking do it then. But I know it's hard. Because a lot of the guys just, hey, I'm out. A lot of these guys use this vacation to get away from their wives and kids. I know you took yours with you.
Well, it was only for a few days.
Oh.
But if that's what you're going with, I ain't inviting you over.
Right.
You're not coming back with us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, we're here. It's not professional or anything like that.
Yeah.
But we're there to win the tournament.
Yeah. I agree with
Only
you.
that. Only that.
Yeah. That's the main purpose.
And Carlos and me were on the same page with that. You know, everything. You know, if he sees it or I see it, we talk about it. Hey, this guy ain't doing it, and we're gonna make the move right away.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's been. You know, so far it's worked out. So.
Well, more or less, it's this is our objective, and we got to do everything we can to achieve it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, we're not gonna screw around. We're not gonna mess up.
No, but it's hard. Some people lose sight of that. So that's why I was asking how our tournament went, because I think that the time, because you got to put it together, right? You got to get the fucking team together. You do the fucking lineup. After these guys are out there drinking, you're out there fucking thinking about what I gotta do.
But it starts for months before, because I do the roster. I gotta turn it into the MSBL. I gotta figure out where we're gonna stay. I gotta figure out how we're gonna move around.
Yeah.
So I rented the cars. I reserved a house. You know, all of this and all the money that has to get turned around from there and then, you know, all different directions.
Yeah.
I've got to do all of that. I say, hey, if y'all are gonna fuck around and not show up or
Get the
not
fuck
play,
out.
yeah, don't.
I agree.
We're not inviting you again.
Yeah, that makes sense, dude.
So no, we're good. I mean, we're good. Most of my guys they know where we're at with this.
No, that's good.
So we'll have fun while we're playing ball. We're winning. Everything stays away. And if we happen to get a chance, like you're saying, where okay, today was a morning game, tomorrow's an afternoon game. We had a big gap there.
Yeah.
We can maybe go out a little bit and
Yeah.
have a little fun. That's the only real time.
Yeah.
But fun is we're gonna be in by like 10 or 11. You know.
Yeah.
Because we gotta, it doesn't matter.
Because you want that roof.
You get drunk today, you're still gonna feel it till in the morning,
Right.
And it's gonna take you a little while to figure it, get adjusted again.
Especially in 35 and 40
Oh, yeah.
leagues, right? This isn't 18
Our
and up
whole
anymore.
team is 40 plus.
Yeah.
We don't have any younger guys.
Yeah.
What's up, Eddie?
It generally takes longer, well, at least for me.
Well,
to get rid of those
but
hangovers.
it's 100% true, man. I mean, you're out there to fucking play, do your fucking thing. You're investing the time and the effort. Like, here's my thing, and maybe because I don't drink, right? But my thing is, I want to celebrate the fucking W, like the championship. Right. That's what I want to celebrate. I don't give a fuck about these little wins here. I don't give a fuck about whatever. I want to feel good when I celebrate that W when we win. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Because there's a lot of preparation. I think that some guys maybe do. Some of these guys out here do know is that that you got to stay loose, right? Like I when I come from my game, I get home and I'm just hitting myself with the fucking machine to loosen up my muscles and shit. So I'm kind of loose the next day, and then I do my stretches and shit. But it's for the longevity. Now, what kind of sucked on this it's my last trip. I kind of pulled my groin on the last game, and it was funny because I hit a shot that could have been into a triple, but I'm like fucking just limping to fucking second because I was hurt. So in my mind I was like, well, I'm glad I'm not playing the championship, because I'd be pissed that I couldn't play. No, playoffs. Let's just say playoffs. I'd be mad I couldn't play in the playoffs because I was hurt. I know I would wrap my fucking leg and do what I had to do, pop some fucking pills to numb the pain, but I didn't want to do it that way. I want to be at 100%. So it's hard sometimes to maintain that healthy part, and like you said, you only had one guy that went down. That's pretty good.
We paid that. Well, I think it was for last couple days. This lady, she came. She charged us whatever she charged us, and
Wait, you gotta bring that up a little bit. Like, he's talking about a masseuse.
Well, I don't.
He brought a lady to the house and she charged per guy.
No. She,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta
no. She showed up at the field.
Wonder they were staying up
She did
late.
not come over to the house. No. She went over to the field. She was in the bullpen, and she set up her table, and she would tape you. She would do all the stretching and all of that.
Okay.
Right.
Medicine chick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that had a lot to do with.
No, it does.
Keeping
No,
us healthy.
you do. I mean, you got Tim LeCompte saying he's down for Vegas. Jimmy Rivera says he's down for Vegas. and here's the thing. Going back to like with the city you're in, right? Vegas is very tempting, bro. It's a 24-hour 7 fucking city. So you really got to have self-control, right?
So, yeah. So we have a lot of gamblers on our team.
Is that why you named it the Gamblers?
No. You saw that minor league or whatever they put the Houston Gamblers on there. I've had my stuff with almost 2 years now. So I don't know. I don't know how that works out with me having, everything the same logo and every color.
You got to be like, hey, don't confuse me with the Hardball 365 gamblers.
Oh, they have a gamblers over there?
Yeah, bro.
Same logo or what logo?
No, it's different. It's different. I don't know what their hats look like, but the logo that I use for the posters is different. But there is the gamblers in the Hardball 365.
Oh, so anyway, we try to stay in casino. Well, not casinos, but just on the strip. That way, it's Vegas, so you want to kind of take the whole thing in. So we stayed at Bally's, and I got got this big reservation where everyone could stay on that. Would just say, hey, I'm here for Houston Gamblers, and then they get their room and they go, they stay there. So we had probably about 20 of us, but we have like 4 or 5 of them that they do blackjack and poker and all that, and I've gone down, and then they'll be sitting in the same damn spot they were whenever we walked into the hotel. Hours later, they're still sitting there. I'm like, shit, I don't know how much money they spent. I'm pretty sure there's some guys that they'll put a pretty penny on.
Oh man, I mean it's that's why they have nice stuff out there. That's why they count your rooms, right?
That's
Come
true,
back.
yeah.
They don't.
Well, it's addicting, right? I mean, it can be a problem, but I understand that. You sit there, and if you're on a streak or whatever, and you just can't move.
Right.
But what actually is not. Sometimes it's the bad streak, right? You're like, oh, the next one's got to be the one that's gonna make up my money, right? And so it's never that. So, it's kind of good that some people can have self-control, because Vegas, could be a very because it's everything's open 24 hours a day, so it's like shit. You could do anything. You wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and go, I'm gonna go fucking here.
I once did a Texas Hold'em tournament, and it started at midnight. Right? It's like there's 100 people in this room. It starts at midnight. Okay, signed up, and I'm still there 4 hours later. Like, what time is it? It doesn't even feel like it's 4 in the morning. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Last year, was it this year? No, it had to have been last year. I put a $20 bill in one of the slot machines. I got $800.
Ah, shit.
I said, fuck this.
Done.
Come on.
That's it. I'm done. And I didn't put
That's
no
good.
more money in
That's good self-control, man. A lot of people can't do it.
Yeah, man.
But
the tournaments are fun, though.
It is fun. It is fun, and having that masseuse is a good thing to have, because I know for some reason MSBL used to have it at the stadium in Arizona, where like there was a lady there, like 2 or 3 trainers, and you could go there and get stretched for $20, whatever. Last few times I went, I didn't see them there anymore. So I don't know if they stopped doing it, COVID. I don't fucking know, but they don't have that. But that's why I bring my own gun. I do my own stretches and shit, because it's important, man, to keep yourself healthy.
I had Misha. You know Misha?
Yeah, I know Misha.
So he went with
the fucker that stole you from me. Yeah, I know that guy. Go ahead.
Okay. So he played with the Long Island some team from.
Because you guys were 35 and up, right? 35 and up division? Yeah, okay.
So no, but he went to it was a 45 and up.
Oh, okay.
In Arizona.
Okay.
And he said he had, because apparently they have, like you were saying, where these women are there, or guys or whatever, where they're looking for work.
Yeah.
And he said they paid some person, I don't know if it was a man or woman, and the whole week. And it's I'm telling you, it's that important. You think you're stretching well enough? Nah, they're giving you just a little bit more to get you all the way.
No, 100%. Because here's the thing that people forget is like you're playing a lot of games in a short period of time. Yeah. In a short period of time, your body doesn't have time to recover, and so if you don't stay on top of your, because like I said, this season, now that I played, I don't play Htown anymore, but the season before that, I was playing like everywhere, right? I started noticing that by Sunday my arm was trashed. So I started saying, okay, what I need to do is after I get home, and I'm tired, I gotta hit it with the massage gun, loosen that shit up. That way when I'm stretching the next day, it's a little better. And I noticed an improvement on that I have to do like a post stretch or whatever you want to call it, and then a pre-stretch. Is it because I'm 42? Probably so. You know what I'm saying? But
I think it has something to do with the way you warm up. Maybe you should.
I've taken that into consideration.
Right. Maybe you should have some type of slow progression, and not just start throwing 90 miles an hour as soon as you go out there.
He is mad because I just start chugging it. Like I feel like, hey, I need to know from the get-go how my arm feels, and how I know is I let the fucking loose, and
Nah,
you know.
I ain't got that level.
Like we're warming up, right? And I'll get 20 feet or whatever, and I just slow progression, and he's like, "We're really doing this?"
No, mine just shot. Hit the ball over there, right?
So
Yeah.
he just starts stepping back toward the fence.
Yeah, I start going back. I'm like, hey, I need some long toss, man. But it's definitely it's good that you guys can have a team house and have that masseuse come there and stretch, man. I mean, and then of course you have to have your
At the
liquids.
field. She didn't go to the house. At the field.
right.
And then of course you have the liquids too, right? You gotta have the waters and
Right.
the Gatorades and all that shit.
Well, we don't do a lot of Gatorade. We do Pedialyte.
Yeah, a lot of
Gotcha.
sugar.
A lot of the
Yeah.
liquid IV, and keep that around.
Yeah, and then pickle juice too, right?
And pickle juice too. But you know where we picked that up from? So in Austin, when we lost that championship there. We had the Corpus Christi team,
Mm-hmm.
and Carlos is the one that saw it. But it was something that was already known. But it was something that they were doing where they drank. That's all they drank. They didn't have water. They didn't have Gatorade. Well, they had water obviously, but no Gatorade. There's liquid IV, Pedialyte, and they were on it. They had energy while we were falling. Everyone was getting hurt. Energy was down.
So the name of the thing is liquid IV.
Liquid IV.
Okay. Is it by Pedialyte or is it?
No.
different?
It's its own little thing.
Okay,
yeah.
so liquid IV. I'm gonna have to look that shit up. I might even do it just to fucking do it.
They
you know?
got several flavors. I like the lemon flavor.
Hey, how was Poppy Chicken? Was he on a C4 over there?
Well, but it's funny because not everywhere had it. Not everyone had it.
Hey, he didn't bring his own supply.
And so he was pissed.
I don't think you can travel with that stuff.
Right?
It's like semi-smuggling, right? Semi-legal.
So he was pissed. He couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So there's this place called Wawa. I don't know if you ever eaten. They do sandwiches there,
No.
and they had this one section of nothing but C4s of like 40 different flavors.
He bought him out.
Yeah, well, a couple of times I would bring him in. I'm pretty sure he went there because that was the only place I could find that they had it.
Oh, you know what? Wawa, you're right. I did see. I don't know what the fuck that was, but
They have badass sandwiches. If you ever go there
no
again,
shit.
yeah.
I keep seeing Wawa. I'm like, what the fuck is Wawa? It didn't sound right.
Was that like Buc-ee's or something over there?
I'm sure they have a little bit of everything there. Yeah, but the sandwiches is what we always go for. It's a gas station. So
Okay,
it's
all right.
They got them everywhere.
All
Yeah.
right.
Did the what position did you have Pedro playing on?
Third.
Did he ball out?
Yeah.
He-
Well, that's when you didn't see that video where Omar Infante Carlos posted it, where Omar Infante hit a ball down the line and he backhanded. He spun around and he threw it to
Oh,
first.
you know what? I can't. Did I see it? I think I did see it, but I don't know if Carlos was moving the camera around. I gotta look back and look at it because I don't think I recognize who that was.
I saw him at first. Whenever I saw the lineup, and I was looking at us, man, that guy sure does look familiar.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, the one of our guys, he's from Florida, a local guy, and he was saying, "Hey, you don't recognize that guy? He used to play with the Royals. He won the World Series." Motherfucker, it is him. And man, everyone had a hard on for this guy after the game.
What position was he playing?
He wasn't. He was just hitting.
Oh, that's how badass he is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Misha, he was pitching that game. He threw a ball at his ribs. He hit the ball 400 plus feet. I
Yeah.
don't know how the hell he turned on it. This guy still has quick hands. Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, you don't really lose that,
That's true. Yeah.
He faced
I don't know who this guy
a
was.
high caliber player.
Some
when he
people
was
say
in
world class athlete.
Yeah,
What's his name? Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie.
Oh, where'd you see him?
He was pitching for the first game.
Did he have his Batmobile or whatever? Because we saw him at Florida a couple years ago, and he had his Batmobile with him.
The original.
The
Batmobile?
original Batmobile.
Oh
yeah.
shit, the one from like fucking Adam West.
The old one from
Yeah.
the 50s, 60s.
Yeah. No
that
shit.
one. Yeah.
No, I don't think
Pretty
he had his that car. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see what he was driving. I figured it was something something pretty cool. I assumed, but he was pitching for them, and I didn't know who the fuck he was. Like I heard of the name, right? Like, but I didn't recognize him. But everybody was geeking out over him. Oh yeah, man, this and that. And I forgot to say that story last time when we were talking about it, but. Doug Flutie's like, oh, that's Doug Flutie, from the throw, and then of course through his NFL and Canadian career.
Right.
And he was pitching, but it's crazy because the dude's like I don't know, 50 something. I
He's
guess
59.
59.
Yeah.
Okay, so he was pitching, and I got a base hit off of him. I think I went one. I think that, yeah, 1 for 3. And he hit a guy. He felt that the guy leaned into it, right? And like any pitcher, he's like, hey, dude, Bill, he leaned into it. He's like, no, no. He goes, hey, next time you want to get hit, let me know. I'll hit you next time, so you really know. And it's fucking funny, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're like, God, this motherfucker's like competitive. And then one of our guys hit a good shot off of him, and he came up in a critical kind of critical situation. I don't remember, like, if I think it was man second and third, and so they like intentionally walked him, right? Smart baseball move, right? And he didn't like that he had to walk him. He's like, I've never walked in X amount of innings. I've never walked. You're the first guy walked in X amount of innings, and because he came and talked to us, he was cool. Took a couple pictures of some people and shit. So, but he still had that competitive like edge. You know what I mean? Like, and I think Cody or some people were telling me, hey man, well, shouldn't you feel like, oh, it's badass that you hit one off a duck flea? It's like, but he's a quarterback. Like, he's not a baseball
Right.
player. Like, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, the dude's an athlete because he can play. 6 years old. He's still pitching. He's still playing. But
Right.
he wasn't. He's not a quarterback. So, but it was still cool. Had fun. But those are the perks of being in a tournament, right?
Was he a junk pitcher or what was he throwing?
No, he had a decent fastball. I mean, like,
Yeah.
he would compete very well in the Veteranos League. I mean, he was, I would probably put him like at Sam, right around there. I mean, the guy could, can throw. And he beat us, at that game. I mean, he came out, I think, in the 8th inning or some shit like that. But I mean, hitting wise, he was not that good. But not most pitchers are not. But he did well, man. I mean, I think he did well. I don't know how they didn't win the championship, but he was definitely competitive. But that's the perks of being right in the tournament. You see these old school ball players or athletes or football players, whatever you want to say,
Right.
in these tournaments. So it's kind of cool, man. I think it's another perk of being in a tournament. Yeah. See, let's see. Tim LeCombe said, yeah, that was the Buckies and up northeast. Yeah.
Yep.
Here, I think Pedro was trying to. He was trying to not Pedro. I mean Jimmy. He was trying to call in, but I didn't have it set up. I wasn't expecting anybody to fucking call. That's the fucking problem, man. Nobody ever fucking calls. Anything else you want to throw out there before we get into the game?
Did you guys play at the Astro National Fields?
The complex, not
Not the stadium, but the complex.
Yeah. Those are.
I mean, that one's pretty new, right?
It's fairly new.
Yeah.
I think 16 or 17.
Yeah.
It was right after the World. They won the World Series.
Okay.
They had just opened that complex.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
Nice place.
Yeah. Everything's state of the art.
Yeah.
We got cameras everywhere.
I would
Carlos
imagine.
will tell you that.
Yeah. Well, is it cameras for looking at signs or what?
No. Aren't you asking for something? What's wrong with you?
I didn't know why you said that.
No. That's a long story.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
But anything else you want to throw out about the tournament or anything like that, man?
Nah, man. It's a lot of fun. If you've never done it, once you get old enough.
Would you guys end up 2-1-1?
No, 2-2-1.
Okay, so you played the 5 games.
Yeah. We didn't. We had played the 5 games.
Okay. 2-2-1.
But we were in quarterfinals and we had a shot at win. I mean, we had all our pitching.
You would've been in the
Everything
mix.
was lined up.
Yeah.
Everything was lined up for us. So
Goddamn weather.
yeah, for sure.
Did you have an MVP?
Nah, I mean, if anything, I mean, Mike threw pretty damn good. Misha threw his 2 games.
Hey, he throws a lot of junk, man. And he can go the distance because he's not throwing hard.
Right.
He's like, fucking you up, letting yourself get out.
How'd that team do against Joseph? Did you say he pitched against the first game?
No, second game.
Second game?
He might have allowed 4 hits, maybe 3
Okay.
hits, 4 hits.
That was the
Yeah,
tie,
strikeouts,
right?
The tie.
What
right.
was it, 1-1 or
It
something?
was 1-1. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, both sides, we had
Yeah.
opportunities. We just couldn't get the run in.
Yeah.
But
That's
they
a pitching
wasted
duel.
like 4 or 5 pitchers.
Oh, no
They-
shit.
Oh,
And
okay.
then Joseph went 130 pitches, something like that.
God damn.
Well, it was Tuesday, so I was like, okay, he ain't doing shit the rest of the way. He's just gonna maybe get in that bat or two just to get keep him involved in it. But that's all he's gonna do from here on out.
So he didn't pitch after that?
No. He pitched the playoff game. That's who was on the mound.
Okay.
But he does his little therapy. We have a pool.
He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah. He takes care of himself.
Yeah.
And then we had a pool at the house that keeps. It was fairly cold for a while, until Then the rain came in and it kind of warmed it up a little bit, but it was cold where you could sit in there for a few minutes and it was like you sit in ice, you
Like
know?
an ice chamber.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, I mean, in the tournament we had in, cause it's like in October, right? So it's like fall or winter, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we had a pool too, and I was like, I ain't going to the pool, but they had a jacuzzi, and we were in a hot tub or whatever you want to call it, and we went in that thing, and it was, man, after the games, yeah, it feels fucking good.
yeah.
You know, so a little close to comfort, but it is what. Hey, I'm
We
gonna
try
go.
to do a little bit of heat and then cold, and
Yeah.
just kind of adjust the body therapy for you.
That's cool, man.
Any bombs?
No,
No? Not this time around?
Not on our side or the other side. No, it was pretty clean. That one, bunch of gappers and stuff like that, but nothing even came close. The wind was blowing in most of the time, so it was hard to. Jimmy'd be the only one to be able to get it out.
Yeah.
He wasn't there this time around, so
All right.
hopefully next year. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, dude, are you on Wi-Fi or are you on
Wi-Fi.
here? My Wi-Fi?
I would imagine, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because everybody's complaining about how it's pausing and shit. So let me see. Pause. You see, everybody says pause it 10 seconds and then it works. I think it's Jimmy right here. I gotta.
Call from.
What's up, Jimmy? Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, fool? What you doing?
You are on the line, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm on the line. What's up? What's going on, bro?
What you got? What you want to put out there, man? You gonna talk papas to fucking Pedro right here or what?
Well, first of all, I want to the situation of you hating on me and the umpires.
Okay, so what is it? It's that they're on your nuts, man. I mean, you just you know what I mean? Like
I think Bobby had it right. You know what I mean? Because most of the balls I don't swing at, they're balls, bro.
Okay, so you only swing at strikes, huh? Damn, what a beast! What a fucking beast, bro! God damn. Fucking Jimmy, bro. But hey, that's how he got it. It ain't what it is, man. I mean,
when you know the zone, you know the zone.
Yeah,
right?
no shit. And you can hit.
Hey, man, you know,
Go ahead.
Hey, but going to that Florida thing, man, Florida is fun, bro. I wish I could have went this year.
Yep, definitely fun.
Yeah. So you didn't you had to work or what happened?
Well, I think I could have took it off, but I didn't have enough vacation time, and I'm not trying to miss a whole week of work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Last year I had all kinds of vacation time, so it was all right.
Got you.
It's because he had to pitch on Saturday, right?
Well, hey, Cody, what's up, man? Hey, you seen that game, right?
Yeah. It was a good game.
I heard they tried to protest that game.
Because of you.
They did, fool. You motherfuckers got to put in the goddamn stats, fool.
It's because you were sharing that bomb bat, I think.
Yeah, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
Man, I don't know.
Somebody
when I first
said,
got it, everybody was using it. Now, all of a sudden, everybody got one now.
well, here's the thing, bro.
Like they should.
No, you know what's funny?
They should have just put me as a sponsor for advertising bomb bat and shit.
Dude, I heard one of the reasons they protested that game is because you pop positive for PEDs.
Yeah. I didn't hear you. What?
That you pop positive for PEDs, fool. He don't know what PEDs are, does he? PEDs, man, performance enhancement.
He has no comment.
That's what it is. Okay. All of a sudden, he don't know English. All of a sudden, you don't know English, huh? Nah, man. No, you know what's funny? Speaking of the bomb bat, Jimmy, I remember him talking about the bomb bats like 2 years ago. The first time I played the Veteranos League, he's like, "Oh, bomb bat." I'm like, dude, it's just a fucking bat. Bomb bat, whatever, right? And
you know what?
Yeah.
The first time I seen a bomb bat, I used a bomb bat was when I was playing in the minors. They always would give us like
humble brag. Oh, when I was in the minors, okay, all right, all of a sudden, all right. If everybody didn't know,
my bad. When I used to play baseball when I was younger at a different competition level.
Okay, so
that's the first time I had those bomb bats, but they were like they looked like clubs, like from the caveman days. But
oh no shit.
They had pop. They had pop, so I got tired of breaking those $200 bats, bro, especially from Dean. Can you believe Dean broke my bat?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, he throws a lot of heat, man. You know.
He's gonna jam you up if you're
Yeah,
not careful.
jam you up, fool. Shit, quit swinging that bat.
It happens.
Quit
I
swinging
just
outside
got
the
tired of
zone.
breaking bats, though.
Yeah.
So you can use the ball bat in the minors? I thought you couldn't use those.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
can use them. You can use them. Rookie ball, short season A ball. After that, they start giving you bats.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, and that's when I was using them back in rookie ball. But they gave us pitchers BP. That's the only time we got to hit. But that was usually like during practice and stuff.
Got you. Well, that's cool. I know more people are batting with it now. I mean, I used one in Arizona, and like I'm with Pete, dude. Like I hit with it. It was raised, and it just I got my base hits and shit like that, but I just didn't feel the pop. I didn't feel like this fucking ball just jumping out. The sound didn't sound good to me. Like it sounded dead, and it just like I thought I put good wood on it, and it just didn't feel like it went very far. So, so I don't know. I mean, I'm the jury's still out. I don't know if I'm ready to drop $300 on a fucking bat, but it is what it is.
You got to take those PEDs.
Well, here's the thing. I don't break bats. So that's
Well,
a
you
little,
gotta hit the ball. You gotta hit the ball to break bats.
right? No shit. I keep striking out on. Swinging misses and shit.
When you're
No,
too strong
you
for the
keep-
ball and
no,
bat,
the
that's when
thing
you
is
break it.
You keep putting your elbow so you get hit.
Oh,
That's the thing. Yeah, you get in there. You know what I mean?
that's how I get
You
my
told
base
me
hits.
you told me you don't you don't stand close to the plate, but man, you up there.
I know. I remember you saying that to me, man. I think Johnny even hit me.
Cruz?
Yeah, he hit me on one of these. He's like, "Hey man, he's hanging over the plate," and they made me go back. I didn't think I was over the plate, or I didn't think I went in. I didn't purposely go into it, but according to the umpire, which that's who matters, he
So
said,
you should be more concerned with breaking your elbow than your bat?
Yes.
Okay.
"Yes, I really should."
Right?
Well, I'll say this: those helmets really work, because when I took one to the dome on Friday, I didn't feel anything. Like it was like no concussion, I didn't black out or anything. It was like, fuck, man. You got it.
Is it like a motorcycle helmet where like when you drop it, it doesn't work anymore? So
I
now
know.
you have to buy a new one?
I don't know. We'll find out if I get hit
What?
again. Yeah, because a motorcycle helmet, when you hit
You
it, like
need to get a football helmet.
yeah, no shit. It kind of felt like that on Friday, but yeah, no. Motorcycle helmets, if you get into an accident, hit it, whatever, you're supposed to get another one. Not supposed to use it again.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing with those helmets too. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. Anything else you want to throw out there, Jimmy, before we get into these scores?
Nah. 2 weeks from now, I guess, or not this week, but next week we'll be playing. I think the Ironbirds.
No, the Redbirds are playing the Ironbirds, I think.
Is it the Redbirds?
Yeah, no. You guys are playing, I think, the Cyclones. I think that's why Bo was asking
Oh,
you.
the Cyclones. That's right. Jose did tell me.
Yeah.
He did text me that earlier.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean. You guys better come legit, because they're good about disqualifying people. So, you better come correct.
Well, I hope. Well, we'll see what's up, man. Baseball. Baseball's weird, though. Well, I'm sure. I don't know if you guys talked about the HBA games yet.
No, not yet.
But okay, well then I'll leave that for you guys. Then I won't say nothing.
But chime in.
Baseball's baseball, man.
Yeah.
You never know who's gonna win. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's why we all love the game, because you never know.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know. But I'm gonna sit here and watch you guys talk about the HBA. Just wanted to call in because I always say I'm gonna call in and I don't.
Yeah.
I just like watching.
Got you.
But I wanted to call you out on hating on me on my own part. That was one thing. That was my main thing. But I think come this next year, I think I'm gonna start umpiring. So I've been talking to Bobby and all of them.
Oh, okay.
'Cause, I want to do a little something, but still play baseball. But not as much as I do now. Probably the 1 league, 2 leagues at that, if maybe.
Don't be like Rhino. Don't be like Rhino, bro. Don't be like Rhino. Rhino gets behind the mound, like, I would have hit that shit. Like, like I can't believe you let that go by.
Yeah, you guys, you'll get a professional me. You know what I mean? I think.
Okay, we'll see.
But I'm gonna still be me.
Yeah, got you. Okay.
So it's going to be funny. Are you going to be the batter umpire or the pitcher umpire, right? Who you going to go with and who you going to go against? But, because you're up to pitching, you want to give that corner, but yet you're sometimes batting and you may not want to give it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. You know how, like, the big leagues, the strike zone is. They usually go just below the belly button and at the knees, and I might give a half a ball inside and outside, but nothing to like where some of these pitches are called way low or way up, or The other day, when I was pitching right there against the Pelicans, one of the umpires gave me a good call. I mean, it was outside, but he called it a strike. But one that I hit that inside corner, he called it a ball. Which I get. You're not going to get every call and you're going to miss them. But the good thing was that he told me, hey, I missed that pitch, my bad. That's the kind of umpire I'm going to be. If I miss a call, I'm going to say, hey, I missed the call, my bad. I'll try to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be a pitcher or a hitter. I'm going to just call it legit. But I am going to give that half a ball because I feel like you can hit a ball that's half a ball out of the strike zone. As long as it's not like a foot, you know what I'm saying, or 2 balls.
Well, it's just off the plate for a reason. Those pitches are balls. So. Hey, we all hit balls. We all hit base hits or doubles off pitches that aren't even strikes. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know we all have.
Except you, Jimmy. So, apparently you only swing a strike, so that doesn't include you. So it's only us normal guys out here, us normies.
Hey, man, look, that's good umpiring when they call that. When they call it a ball and I'm missing, like, man, on the ball, you say, yeah, you're right, the ball. That's just good umpiring. You have to give it to them.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I try not to get myself to 2 strikes. So.
Yeah, you better watch out because you play baseball too and they listen.
Yeah, no shit, though. Trust me, we already. Me and Cody already know that. Me, Cody, and Cheeto know that already. So yes.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe we should stop this.
Yeah, no shit. You're gonna get us into trouble, bro. I already get hit enough. I don't need to be rung up on more than I need to. So. But all right, man. We'll jump back on.
Appreciate you guys having me on, man.
All right,
maybe
thanks,
one
man.
day I'll sit there next to y'all.
Gonna be ready for that invite, man.
See you later, Yumi.
All right.
Later.
All right, later.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we got that one. So let's jump into the scores. Or the.
Do we have to?
I'd rather not. I mean, if we start off on Friday, I'm gonna be happy. Once we get into Saturday, not so much.
So you want to end on Friday? Is that what you're saying? Let's get Saturday over with. End on Friday.
I think that's good. Well, we got to get into Sunday too, though, which we have no dog in the fight, so we'll be all right. So yeah, we can. How do you want to do it? Good news and then bad news, or bad news and good news?
Bad news, good news.
Okay, bad news, good news. Let's go to Saturday.
Saturday league. Bad news, good news. All right, first game, Avengers and the Cyclones. It was a 9-0 game because it was a disqualification, right?
Yeah.
What?
The Cyclones beat the Avengers. They were losing to the Avengers, but the game was disqualified.
Ineligible player. He didn't have enough games under his belt. So I don't know if it's interesting timing that it was when the Avengers went up 9-7, but either way, they got disqualified, and so that's 2 for 2 for Cyclones, getting people disqualified. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that hey, they keep an eye on the book.
Yeah, they do. They want, and everyone's watching,
Yeah.
So why would you do it
like you were
against them?
saying? They got up 9-7. So what part of the game did they realize that this was happening?
Jose can chime in on that. So I'm not sure when or how it started. But I know that when I just happened to tune in, I was like, hey, man, what's going on? I knew something was going on because they're on the phone and shit. I'm like, oh, that's not a regular delay. That sums up. And then it came to find out that they got disqualified. They figured out, hey, this guy doesn't have enough games under his belt. And so they got disqualified, which kind of sucks because, at the end of the day, you got to think about a manager making that decision, conscious decision. Whether it was a conscious decision or an accident, he made a decision that cost his squad a game. I mean,
a big game at that.
Yeah, we We saw it last year with the Ironbirds, and we saw it this year, I guess, with the Avengers. And the Avengers gave us our only loss of the regular season. So they were a good team, and they were beating the Cyclones. So it could have really gone anywhere had they not, done what they did. So,
but I think it's better to catch it during the game than have it end up like it did last year, where hey, you don't find out until after the second round of playoffs, and now you got to get teams back in.
Yeah, that kind of sucked.
So, I mean, if you're going to catch it, that's the time to do it during the game.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, because because like I said last year, it just messed everything up. And then I think that part of the reason the Cyclones didn't get it last season was they had to play a doubleheader. I know they have a big enough squad, but here's my thing. I don't know how you feel about this, but okay, you might have the pitching, right? The depth. Everybody talks about that. But what about the position player that has to play 2 fucking games now? That's what you got to think about. The guy that you count on to make the plays at short, first, and all that, and then he's just got to hit up. He's got to go up to bat 8 times that day. He's got to be in the field. 18 innings.
Playoffs is 9 innings.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're for guys that sometimes are not built for doubleheaders. Right. Not everybody's built for doubleheaders. Yeah. And so I think that had something to do with a little bit of why they didn't win the championship. I felt like, hey, you had to play that game because of disqualification. And then
yeah. Even though your mind tells you you are, you just might not be.
Yeah.
That does suck.
It does suck, man. Because not your whole team is like, what the fuck, So it is what it is.
Especially when you're a good team, and I'm sure most of the guys thinking, well, we didn't have to do that. Why did we do that?
Yeah.
So it's a tough deal. It's kind of shocking that it happened, considering what happened last season. But hey,
last couple years, no?
Yeah.
Last couple seasons.
Yeah, it's so like, how do you? I don't know. The Cyclones, like you said, 2 for 2.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, well, why would you do it against them?
Yeah, no. Obviously, they're watching the fucking stats.
I mean, yeah, they obviously have a good record.
But it's I'm not trying to take nothing away from who won last year. Was it the Pelicans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not taking nothing away from the Pelicans, but I'm just saying it's not 2 fresh teams, right? That's all I'm saying.
Right.
There is a small advantage over that. Nothing. I'm not taking nothing away from the Pelicans, because Pelicans are a great fucking team. But so it is what it is. But
it was caught. You could say early, but how are you going to know as soon as the game starts, right? I mean, yeah, you can kind of look at the lineup, but as it progresses, you can do some research in the dugout. I mean, everybody's got phones, iPads, right? Well, let me look it up. Let me see what it is.
Yeah.
Let me see how many games he's got. I mean, it's all there. All the information is there. It's online. It's in the stats. Anybody can see it.
Yeah, and I'm getting the Pelicans.
Unless you try to change the stats.
And that happened too. I'm getting the Pelicans fired up. And I don't mean no disrespect. I don't want you guys throwing at me next fucking game. What I'm saying is there is just a slight disadvantage. I'm not saying that's why you guys won or none of that shit. You guys were a fucking dope team last season and this season too. So
I think what you're saying is you want to see the best of the best,
freshest
from those 2 teams, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's have one day, a week from your last game, and you guys battle it out.
Yeah, I mean it's almost like last season, last regular season, we're playing the Yard Goats, right? It's a double elimination. They have no loss. We had to play a doubleheader, all right, on a hot ass day, and at what do you call it? The turf field, spring spread. All right, look, man, you got to come fresh against the Yard Goats, right? No different than coming fresh for the Thunder. No different than coming fresh against any of these big team names, Hot Shot, Cyclones, Pelicans, any of these teams, right? You got to come fresh. They've already run 3 championships, so we already played 1 game to get to play them, and then we're gonna play them already played 9 innings, and we were, I think, only 10 players maybe at the most. So you know what I mean? Now I played doubleheaders, so I'm not gonna tell you I was like, I used to it, but it was hot. I knew what I needed to do to stay fresh, but not everybody was built like that, man. And I was like, man, especially on turf, man. So that's all I'm saying, man. No, no disrespect, Juan. You guys are dope. It was just, it was just one of those things that
And
he said he's gonna test that helmet. God damn.
Hey, maybe you better buy a new helmet.
No, I better pay. I'm gonna get the double flaps. You know what I'm saying? Double flaps.
Jimmy's right. You better show up with a football helmet.
Yeah, no shit. God damn, I gotta explain myself. Weird shit.
Well, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, like it was not the Cyclones' fault. Like they were forced into that position by somebody who broke the rules, and that's not respectable at all.
And one of the things I had a conversation with Jose was, he's like, oh, we could do it. I said, yeah, bro, you're thinking about your pitchers. Think about your position players too, not just your pitchers, right? Your pitchers gonna be fresh because you got pretty good pitchers, but your position players are taking a beating. You know, not everybody's done for that, but it is what it is. And
are you done?
I'm done. I think I'm digging myself in a fucking deeper hole. I need to shut the fuck up. Hey, cut the mic right now. I go to the next game.
Well, let's move on to the next disappointing game, which was the Pirates and the Ironbirds, and number 1 and number 8 seed, and the Ironbirds took care of business and beat the Pirates 7-3.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Sean. He pitched a complete game, 114 pitches.
Yeah.
He gave up 10 hits, but he held us down. You know?
No, Sean did a great job at pitching that day, and you faced Sean right in the Sunday League, and I don't know how well you fared against him, but I know me personally, like if I've got a base hit, it's been weak. You know, if I've done any base hits off of him, but he's always kept me out bouncing. I went over 4 for that day. So, and most of us didn't do very well, whether we popped out, ground out, or whatever. He's definitely a tough competitor. So, you know, I my hat off to him.
Who y'all missing? Y'all missing anybody?
I mean, other than
just
Pedro,
Poppy Chicken,
man. I mean, you know,
no, we had all of our guys. We had a lot of guys. Yeah, Raul and Chris. They pitched well, right?
Yeah, they pitched well.
The Ironbirds hit the ball. They had some timely hitting. They hit the ball when they needed to, and they got some guys on.
Yeah, they did a great job, man.
Yeah.
There's no.
Yeah. They had a decent inning.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, Hunter got a base hit. Steven got a base hit. Yeah. You know, I think he kind of went 2 for 3. You know, so I mean, he had a good game. You know, you can't be mad at that, and it just they had the momentum going towards them. Yeah. It is what it is, man. Yeah. It just wasn't. We couldn't get out of the funk, and you know, congratulations, good luck to them. You know, didn't want to go out like that after having a really good season, but it is what it is.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you go 10-1.
It doesn't.
Right?
No.
I mean,
it doesn't.
You
got
to win the playoff game.
You got to win the playoff game.
What was their record?
Well, they were 8th seed.
I think 6-5 probably. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But here's the thing.
We barely beat them in the regular season, though. I think it's a 1-run game.
And that's what makes this league interesting.
They are a decent team.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Any given Saturday, anybody can beat anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's just you know, it happened to be their day.
That's baseball.
That's baseball.
That's baseball, right? Colt 45 lost to the Redbirds 7-1.
What was it again?
Redbirds beat the 45 7-1.
Okay.
There was a home run, Elijah.
Oh, okay.
Seems like he's always hitting a home run.
Yeah. Someone quit pitching to him.
Yeah. Tim pitched. He had 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 run.
How many Ks?
12 Ks.
Damn.
98 pitches.
And this against Colt 45s, right?
And only 1 walk.
Dude, 98 pitches? Wow, it's pretty low.
Yeah. Well, normally in those playoff games, you see him well over 100.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I don't know if it's low compared to the 7 innings, but it's low for him, like, to be out of that, you know, because usually he won't go out till his higher number. So.
Well, I mean, at that point, I don't think it was competitive. You know, like they were up. He only pitched 7 innings, and then looks like Eric and Matt Williams came in after him.
Got you.
Yeah. Last game, Padres and Pelicans, which, you know, we talked about a little bit, which was a great game. I stayed, I watched it. It was a good game all the way to the end. The Padres won 7-6. The Pelicans had the tying run at third in the 9th inning. They had a chance. They had a chance to tie it up. I mean, they were there. They were, you know, back and forth the whole game.
And that's what a game should be, right?
Yeah,
those type of games. Those type of games is like, that's what it should be. You know, so I'm glad. I mean, you know, it sucks for the Pelicans not be able to defend their championship, but hey, man, I mean, they gave it a fight, and that's the kind of, you know, I mean, you know, that's what's interesting about this. I mean, almost any league you could say that too. That any given day, some team that you don't think is going to beat you is going to beat you.
Right.
You know, there's some for sure ones, but then not very many.
Did Jimmy pitch that game?
He got the W. Yeah, he pitched 8 innings. Had 6 Ks. I don't have the pitch count here. That'd be interesting. 11 hits. Both teams hitting the ball, and I'm talking hitting it where it was pitched. Right. I was behind the catcher or a home plate. I could see everything. Everybody was pitching outside. There was so many other way hits. There was a ton. It seemed like every other hit was the other way, if not more than that. Yeah. So both of those teams are good hitting teams.
Which brings me to my fucking point. When you got a lefty up, right? You're lefty. You shift. It doesn't fucking help me when my pitcher fucking pitches outside because the shift is fucking on, right? You know what I'm saying? Like recognize your defense and don't do. I'm not saying we're perfect. I'm not saying pitchers are perfect or none. I'm just saying like recognize that like if you pitch outside and especially you're a good hitter, you're gonna go that way with it. You know what I mean? So it doesn't help when you got to know what your defense is doing behind you. So
well, let's see. So Ryan Brooks, he pitched. You know, that's their ace. He went 7 innings, gave up 8 hits. So the Pelicans actually out-hit the Padres.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of errors, anything?
No, they were just they needed the hits. I don't think there was a single error on each team.
Like you said, timely hits.
Yeah.
Like when
So there was a shot, and I mean a home run. Let's see, Freddie Villalobos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. He struck one like a no-doubter off the bat. Left center. Yeah. And there's not too many.
Good team then, huh?
Yeah.
Got a nice little team.
There wasn't too many home runs in Northland, but he really stepped into this one. And that's the home run that put them over. You know, that put them ahead, and that's the way it stayed. I think he got it in like the 6th or 7th.
So Jimmy, they kept his back quiet or what?
Yeah, 7th inning is when he hit that home run. Jimmy?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. We got the stats here. Jimmy got a hit.
No home run? He might as well scratch that fucking stat off.
Oh, wow.
It's embarrassing, Jimmy.
Reggie had a shot. He had a double. He had a nice hit.
Oh, shit. No shit. Yeah. Reggie. Yeah, Reggie's a fucking beast. Yeah. Okay. What we got next?
Well, that was all the games.
That was the game Saturday?
So, then they're down to 4 now. So we got 2 games on the 4th. And then I'm assuming the championship to follow. Yeah. Okay,
cool, man. It looks like it's gonna be it might be, it's gonna be interesting playoff games, man. You don't know who's
it's gonna be what? You're about to make a call, make a prediction?
No, I'm not gonna make no fucking predictions yet. Let me get a little closer to the thing, and I'll get we'll go do some predictions. But I'm not ready. I think I got a couple hit by pitches coming from the Pelicans. He might even sneak it by me on fucking Saturday, right? Fucking on Team Mexico might fucking hit me.
Yeah.
Sam might just fucking hit me. Oh yeah, motherfucker, bye. So, okay, cool. So Friday, man, championship game.
Go ahead. I mean, you were there. I guess I was there too.
Yeah, you were there too. Yeah. What was it from your point of view?
Well, I didn't see much of it. I got there kind of late.
Yeah.
I didn't see you get hit in the head.
You didn't? You went there with that?
No, I did not.
Oh, you missed it.
All I saw was your glorified pop-up that X helped you out on.
He did. Glorified pop-up. He helped me out, bro. Appreciate that, X. Looking out for it.
So the Cyclones beat the Hot Shots 10-7.
Yeah, 10-7, man. And the score maybe it's not a huge gap. 3 runs against any of those 2 teams is not huge, especially against the Hot Shots, but it was close, man. Like you saw, right? You're going back and forth. I mean, it was a nail biter. I mean, we go up, they go up, we go up, they go up. Shout out to Coulter, man. He pitched, I don't know how many pitches, but all 9 innings.
159 pitches.
Yeah, that dude's a beast.
14 strikeouts.
14 strikeouts?
14 strikeouts.
Damn.
7 walks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of innings where he kind of lost a little bit, but yeah, man. I mean, he's just a beast, man. I mean, he was, all them guys are hitters, right? All them guys are hitters, but like ones that I was worried about was like Reed, Josh Wells, Armand, You know, those type of guys. We, you know, for the most part, I think Armand got on base all the time because you know he can either hit or he's gonna get walk or some shit, right? But we know, right? He's dangerous on the fucking base pass. So like when he got on, like I was like, fuck, dude, this dude's gonna steal like he's gonna do the double steal. You know what I mean? So we did throw him out. He, you know, jumped a little early, and I think we were able to pick him off at second. You know, pitcher stepped off and shit. But I don't remember if it was Reed or if it was Armand. But somebody hit a shot to left field, and Xavier tracked that shit down. Like, I mean, I thought it was. I think it either would have bounced and hit the fence or would have hit the fence. And you know, Northern Christian is pretty deep. And man, I mean, I don't think anybody thought that he was gonna catch that hugging ball. He caught that hugging ball. So shout out to X for that magnificent play. Another one a few innings later came by. This time, maybe they learned to hit a little harder, but he didn't get to that one. So I think it was Reed got a double off of that. Kind of got some more runnings going. Kind of got the game going. You know, going their way and shit. And then shout out to you know, Todd, man, the umpire, man, because you know there was a controversial play at home, and you know Todd, the umpire, and he kept cool heads. You know, Phillips asked me why I was so upset because I got hit in the dome, man, with 80 plus mile fastball. So it was after two guys already got hit. I know Dalton didn't do it on purpose or nothing, but at the time it was just a little upsetting getting hit in the head because you're just not comfortable at the at bat. So people, actually I'm on. Hey, thanks, Josh. So that's why I was a little upset, got hit in the head. But you know, there was nothing like I wanted to fight or nothing like that. Just a little upset, but. You know, we all kept our heads cool. You know, even Jesse, you know, Jesse James checked out. Hey, man, bro, you okay? You know, did you get it? You know, you could have got a concussion. Everything cool? Yeah. So it was like we're competitive, but we know we're still respect each other. So, but it was a great game. You know, shout out to Hot Shots. I think that game, the way it went was the way a championship game should go. You know what I mean? Back and forth. You don't know what's gonna happen. It's not a toss-up. You know, and I'll get into that's a kind of a prelude into what happened on Sunday. But I think it was a great game. I mean, everybody did their thing, and I'm glad we got to face them, man, and we did good.
They were fighting all the way. I mean, they ended up scratching a run in the ninth. You know, threatening for more.
Yeah, I mean, it was. They were fighters, man. I mean, even with the 3-run, right, 7-10, I'm like, that's not safe. You know, and you know, Coulter, they already seen him 3 or 4 times, right? So it's like, hey, these guys are hitters. They're gonna make their adjustments. You know, they might tee off him a little bit, but you know, Coulter did his thing and kept them off balance, and we just, I think we might have gave up that one run, right, 6-7, I think is what we did. I think we did, it was 6-10, and then they went 7-10, and we were able to close it out. And I don't know if we closed it out. We had a double play, I think, to first base, but man, I mean, it was great, man. We got the championship. You know, I'm sure they're gonna run it back. We're gonna try to run it back too, and you know, we'll see how it goes.
Well, Josh said this in our group chat that errors killed them. And looking at the stats, they had 7 errors as opposed to you guys 1.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
that game we played against them, the second game, how many errors did
we had like 9 or 10.
We had like 13.
Yeah, probably so,
yeah.
Tough to win a game with double-digit errors.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, and that's what it comes down to, right? It comes down to basically the team with the less errors, right? And then the other team has to capitalize on those errors. So, you know, it wasn't that day for them, and it is what it is. But
did you have more errors than hits?
Who did?
That game?
Yeah.
Probably so.
Probably.
Yeah, probably so. And that, of course, that's another factor, right?
I mean, you make errors, and then on top of that, they're already a damn good team.
Yeah.
So it's
like you're just giving it away at that point. Yeah. Well, they had 8 hits and 7 errors, so you know those hits it kept them in the game.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah.
But you know it didn't matter for them, right? Because they lost the championship on Friday. Whatever. We'll go win our championship on Sunday. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, exactly what they did. They had two championship games on the weekend, right? Friday and Sunday.
It's called a segue in our business.
Cody's good at that. And you know they had the double, and it was a double header. It was a double header, not a double hitter as some people say, but a double header. And I I did not care for the first game, to be honest. And I'm not saying hey, that they should have lost or nothing. I'm just saying it was 12-1.
11-1.
11-1, I think is what it was. They just blew them out. I mean, it just wasn't very championship game, But second game, Ramones woke up, man, and they came out hitting, and it was close game. I mean, the bottom of the ninth is, Mr. Clutch walk-off Sergio Mendoza, hits that. And what's crazy, I'm watching that game, right? Sergio didn't play the first game, but didn't play the second game. He's in there, and I go, hey, Sergio, you gotta do your thing. And I think Josh started off that inning with a double, and then I knew if Josh and Armand got on, I was like, okay, they're gonna tie this shit up, right? And they tie it up, and then they got somehow I forget who was at the third, but somehow they get the third pass ball, hit, walk or whatever, and then they get the third on the pass ball. So now you got 90 feet away. Serge goes up there. I think that was his first at bat, if I remember right. And I was like, dude, Sergio's gonna go down as a fucking legend, because there's a lot of people watching. I mean, what'd you think it was? 40 people up there, maybe, or
there was the same amount as the first game.
Yeah,
about that.
About 40 people, and then at some points, people were on the fence, like, oh shit, what the hell's gonna happen? So it was the second game was definitely worth the price of admission. I mean, it was great. The Ramones came back and battled and tried to do their thing. But, hot shots, you can't count them out, man, and they came through. I mean, you still had another game to play with because they already won the first one, so there's not as much pressure. Right. But, hey, you want to finish it that day. Yeah. You want to, and then we had a rain delay, too. We had a rain delay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, about 20 minutes rain delay and shit like that. So, it was an awesome game. It was an awesome game. The second game was definitely awesome. Josh Zaragoza got himself thrown out, which was pretty funny. If you guys want to check it out, it's on Just Off the Plate. If you go to the videos, I recorded the game live, and so it was pretty funny. But they were still able to pull it off and do their thing. And the first game they had a shutout. I mean, 11-0 shutout, and then the pitcher Larry, I think Rodriguez, I think is his name. Larry Rodriguez hits a home run, solo shot, to break up the shutout, which, I think it was already like in the 8th inning or something like that. It was already really late in the game. But, you never know. In the Mexican League, you never know. I mean, you could have done, not that it's possible against the hot shots, but still, you just don't know what could happen. But, he broke up the shutout, so good job to him. I mean, he pitched the whole game.
With a statement, right?
With a statement.
Yeah, it was a pretty good.
No, it was a shot.
He smashed it.
It was a shot, man. I mean, even what's his name? Alo. I don't remember if it was the first game or second game, man. But like he started off I think it was the second game. He started off a fucking shot. I don't know, it was the first game. Mm-hmm. Shot double, man, in the gap. I mean, it was just you heard it off the bat. I'm like, oh man, that's a shot. And here's the thing, it beat Armand, which Armand is a great center fielder, and it was just a great hit. It was just like one of those like line drives, like you don't know if it's how it's gonna go, and it beat him. And not that he played wrong or nothing, but it was a good hit. And shout out to Armand too, man. Armand had he threw out a guy at center, right? The guy was going for home, and he just made a clean throw. Boom, tagged him out at home, and it was a great throw. I think it was I don't know if it was a tying run or something, but it was basically a double play, right? Because he caught the fly out, and then he threw him out at home. And then we had the I don't remember the guy's name on the Ramones, but he was playing funny. He was running the first. He hit a shot. He hit a base hit to center, and he starts to like dance to first, like come on, like hey, like throw it to first. I don't think you got to ask him on twice. Lasers it over there, and I don't know, Josh. You guys have to let me know, but I couldn't tell if the throw was just a little bit high and it pulled off the first baseman, or he just beat it, but he barely beat it. Either way, he barely beat it. But what ended up happening was he goes up the line, and then he does one of these moves, and they say, hey, you attempted. They tag him, and he's out. And then he gets pissed off, and they throw him out. So there was a lot of people getting thrown out over there.
Wasn't the guy in a white jersey, was it?
Who got thrown out?
Yeah.
I don't remember, man. Okay. Do you remember? I don't.
No, it was the second game. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I don't. But I don't remember. And then of course, the there was a controversy with Eddie, right? He goes up to, he came in. They did a swap, right? Cambio. He didn't hit Cambio, and so
really
he didn't. He didn't hit Cambio, and they hit him with the out. So
even I know that, and I had no idea why there was an issue with that.
Yeah. Now here's the controversy about it is that I thought it was when you get in the batter's box.
That's before, right?
Yes.
Before you step in there.
Before you step in the circle.
The box. It's supposed to be in the box.
It's supposed to be box, right? I mean, Philip's here, so Philip can say what it is, but I thought it was the box. You step in the box, if you don't say cambio, you're out. But I've heard other umpires, and that's why I wasn't too surprised about that Sunday. But some umpires say if you step in the dirt, the circle, the half circle, and you don't call cambio, you're out. So
you got to do it in the grass, is what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to do it in the grass. So. Yes, like he says, everybody knows cambio. And but Eddie made up for it. I think he had a base hit. I think he even scored, and then he pitched the second game. He pitched a hell of a game in the second game. I don't know how many innings he went, but he pitched a hell of a game. So, shout out to him. And then the other thing I forgot to say too is, I don't remember who it was. I think it might have been Larry Rodriguez. Hit a shot oppo to right field, and Sergio was out there, man, and he made a great play. He read it well, and he made a good play. Had that got past him, could have got stuff going, because I think there was people on base, and you know what I mean. Yeah. Like so he, that was another great play that I don't think many people remember or thought about. So, but man, that second game was what a championship game should be. It was what I was expecting. Bottom of the ninth, I mean, everybody in the crowd was just kind of going like, "Wow, man!" I mean, it was. People were so into the game that even fans were fighting each other. When they booted out or when they called out Eddie, even I got into it. But the fans were like, "Sácalo," which means get him out. He's out. Get him out. And I started even chanting, "Yeah, sácalo." So I don't know if you heard me, Eddie, but I was out there fucking trying to instigate shit, right? But then some fans got into it. Like one fan didn't like the other fan saying that shit, and they were about to fight. So it was a very entertaining game on and off the field. So it is what it is, I guess. But I enjoyed it.
Public park, right?
Alcohol has a lot to do with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That and everybody's tensed up. Everybody's tensed up, and dude, I hope, hopefully, what's his name? Josh can tell us, but Balltrip got hurt. Like I think there was a pass ball, and he tried to like run home, and he pulled something, man. Like I don't know if he pulled the hamstring, pulled the quad. Whatever. He pulled something. Growing. I don't know what he pulled, but he had come out of the game, and he was close to getting kicked out. I thought he was going to get kicked out because he was arguing with the umpire. So whether that saved him from getting kicked out, I don't know. But I know he wasn't liking the strike zone too much. So, but it was a very competitive game, man. And that's the kind of championship we should have. So shout out to the Hot Shots and Jesse. Dropped me some facts here, so I gotta shout him out. But here we go. This is a James. This is a Jesseisms. They have two champions. 2021 it was a good season for these guys, right? They had two championship wins in Coastal and Obrera, right? And they were competing in two leagues, right? Friday Night League and Saturday Night League, and they made it to 3 championship games. They won 2 of the 3, pretty good. And I think in all 3 leagues they had first seed, so they got first place in all 3 of them. So. They might have lost Friday, but they still did their thing. So I hat off to them, and of course Saragossa, good job in coaching those guys and coaching both leagues and keeping everybody competitive. So I think it's they're people love to hate them, I guess, or whatever, if you want to say that, but you gotta call it what it is, man. And they're a good team. They're a good team. So. Absolutely. We'll see what happens next season and see if it's if they bring it back and it's Hot Shots and Ramones, or it easily could have been the Cubanos. I mean, that's who's been in Coastal, right? I mean, I thought it was gonna be Cubanos. I didn't think the Ramones were gonna do it, but they did it, And,
both games went 2-1, wasn't it?
Both games. I don't remember. I know that was close. Yeah.
Joseph was saying, yeah.
Yeah. See, so it was definitely a close game. But let me see what else I got on my notes here. Yeah, I think that's all I got from my notes. So, anything else?
Yeah, how are you guys doing in HHL? I mean, it seems like every time I pull up a game, it's just postponed.
Well, we had a game. Where are we at today? Today's Tuesday. Yeah, we had a game yesterday at Mason.
Okay.
And I want to say the lights are still messed up there, or something to do with it.
So you didn't play?
We didn't play.
Wow, another postponement.
Well,
so,
we postponed everything from when we were gone.
Oh, yeah.
So that was 2 or 3 games that were moved back because of that.
Okay.
And, yeah.
In addition to the weather.
Everybody's getting stale, yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm just looking at the 30-plus standings just to see how many games have even been played, because I know there's just been so...
I saw Thomas posted some, they played yesterday, or day before, or something like that.
Yeah.
With the
Armadillos, yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron's on there too, man. I didn't know that. Did you know that? He plays for the Armadillos?
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did not know that. So, Thursday, you said? No, Wednesday. Last Wednesday? Where are we at? God, look at all these. Postpone,
man.
postpone.
So the lights were messed up at Shorts also? Or
Where at? I don't know.
the Shorts?
Well, this game was over there at Mason 2, the better game, but I don't know what.
No, because we had games canceled because of the lights.
Oh, because of the lights?
Shorts, yeah.
No, Shorts was good. So they played yesterday.
Oh, okay. They fixed them then. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like the Diablos lost to JS Texas 16-6 at Schwartz.
Diablos did?
That's what it says.
Oh, so they got their first loss.
Yeah.
Hey, those suckers are good.
Yeah,
They
they're
loaded
1-1.
up. Diablos did.
Yeah.
Diablos?
Yeah. They beat it 2 times. The 2 times they played them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, they beat you guys 2 times?
The first 2 times that we faced them.
What about them?
So they're
Marauders, man. What about them Marauders, man? They put
last season.
last season?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they beat us when it counted.
Yeah.
I agree. Hey, but hey, you gotta have small victories, bro.
Right.
Come on, you gotta have small victories. That's our World Series, all right, bro? Leave us alone. Let us live, man. Let us live.
So you guys are in second at 4-2 behind the Diablos, 5-1-1. You're tired? Or no?
Tied with Panthers. Huh?
Well, but the Panthers have a tie.
So they're over us then.
Well, no, you don't have a tie.
What's what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You get a point because of the tie, so they're 4-2-1. So they just should be over us.
Your winning percentage is better, so you're over them.
No,
You know, because that's a
I don't know how
game.
that works.
It's math, bro. It's math.
It goes as a game, but the winning percentage is less.
Right.
Because I played a game and I didn't win. I didn't lose, but guess what? I didn't win. So my percentage.
Well, I don't know how they do it now. Before, when we used to look at it, so you get
It's like Noah Bat.
2 wins. Well, if it's sacrifice. So,
Thank you, X.
No official AB.
So wins, you get 2 points. Tie, you get a point. So I don't know. Whatever.
I don't even know if they do points in here. I don't even see
They
points.
used to.
Yeah.
They used to. Yeah. When we had 10, 12 teams. It's only 5 now.
Well, so the thing is, they've played more games than you, right? Because you're both 4-2.
The one, yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, they played 7. You only played 6.
Right.
But if you play 7 games and you only won 4, then your winning percentage is going to be higher. And I'm assuming that's how it. This is the order of it, is the winning percentage. And then you got JS Texas 3-7, and then the Armadillos at 1-5.
Well, JS Texas is really try to put a team out there to beat us. Both times
Are they pretty good or what?
nah. They had Keyshawn over there one day.
Oh, no shit.
Yep. He was with us last season. He
But
won.
Pedro's on the team, huh?
Oh yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, he hasn't made very many games. I think that's what he said.
35 and up. Hurricanes 10-0. They'd seem to run that division, huh?
Well, yeah, they won 12-2. I think that's what Ronnie was saying.
What team?
The Hurricanes.
Oh yeah.
Well, because they also have a 40 up, right?
40 plus. Yep. This is ridiculous. Have you seen their roster?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I recognize.
So-
Man, who the hell y'all even play? Who are y'all loading up for? I don't.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
The Dean's making some ground though in 40 and up.
Is he?
So they're in first place. The Cyclones, 40 and up Cyclones are 6-2, and the 40 and up Hurricanes are 4-1.
Oh, because
Yeah.
of the games played.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean they played,
Right.
Oh yeah, but still, we'll see.
Cyclones.
Panthers are still struggling. 0-8.
Cyclones, man. We got beat by the Cyclones in the goddamn. There's too many Cyclones, but the HHL Cyclones, we got beat by them in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, and by Dean
I know,
pitching
by
a
Dean.
complete game. Oh man,
Fucking Dean.
Dean's in second in the 35 and up too.
Sweet.
5-4, 5-4-1.
Is he gonna get the Cy Young award or what?
Are they still in the playoffs? Because I know they're a championship game now.
Oh, are they? Well, yeah, I guess they've played 10 games already.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Ronnie, when he flew in early to make the game, and they said that they won 12-2 in the semifinal.
Oh, that was just okay. Well, let's see here.
Fucking, Ronnie was with you over there?
Mm-hmm.
Que la chingada, this motherfucker plays more than he.
I swear,
fucking-
man, that guy's got a lot of uniforms, a lot of gear.
Yeah.
For every team,
Yes.
he's got a gear.
He's with
He's
the
built
Hurricanes,
different.
right?
He's built
Right.
different.
Okay.
He's
So
got,
yeah, he's playing Dean. They're for the championship
Oh, are they?
on Sunday the 5th, 2:00 at Meyer
And I'm
Park.
sure Dean will be
Who
pitching.
is?
The Hurricanes and the Cyclones are playing for the
Hey,
35 and up championship.
Remind me, maybe we'll go check that. What time?
2:00, Meyer Park,
Meyer.
number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you played there?
No,
Meyer.
I've never been there.
never been there myself.
They put money into it because they didn't have fences or anything. And
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember
City,
Joe
right?
talking
Is
about.
that City?
No,
City Field? No?
No.
No, I think
don't think
Joe
so.
put some money into it. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're decent. They're not bad. They're the infield
there's
is
no lights.
only the bag. Yeah, there's no lights. Only the bags is dirt, but not the infield.
Oh, it's all grass.
Yeah, it's all grass. Yeah.
Is it at least cut nice?
Yeah, yeah. They
Oh,
keep it
okay,
clean.
cool.
They keep it clean. There's no dugouts. Just like
That's what I heard.
little bitty dugouts.
Yeah, like Little League, huh?
Yeah.
Or midgets.
Nah.
40 and up. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they're still going.
Terrible.
Yeah, they're halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Like we are.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Because that 35 and up, it got started,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, way earlier. I don't remember. So when's it going to finish? January? I don't remember the fall season taking that long.
No, as a matter of fact, it has because there was a year.
Oh no, I do remember.
A couple
playing in
years
January.
ago, we won the championship. It was after March from the fall season. It was
Yeah.
after I got back from Vegas. It
It's
was
that
that
rain,
Vegas-
man. It's that
Yeah.
fucking rain, dude.
I came back just to show up and play in the championship game against
Well,
Thunder.
hey, you know what he said?
I had Oilers.
And I don't, what he said for when because he was gone because he was supposed to be with us on Friday, right? For championship game. He's like, I hope it rains. And I'm not mad at that because I've said that before. When I'm not there, like
A lot of people say
I was
that.
like, I'm gonna find somebody to go turn the damn sprinklers
Yeah.
up.
because you don't want to miss that game, man.
Right.
It was a
No.
great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game, but anything
Yeah,
else?
you're praying for rain at
For
that
sure,
point.
hell yeah, man. You don't want to miss nothing.
That was
man.
nice too, huh?
Yeah, it was nice,
A little
man.
chilly.
It was a little chilly.
It was a
yeah.
little chilly. I had to
and,
put some.
and it was getting colder.
Yeah, I was putting little hand
I'd
warmers in
rather-
my glove and
I'd
shit.
rather cold.
Yeah.
No, but it was like a weird, like too cold, I think. But
Sticky.
Oh yeah, like you catch the ball wrong and
or
your
you
hands
hit the
hurt.
ball wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How'd that pop-up feel? It hurt?
No, I felt great, man. I was like, dude, X, get home. Get home. I don't want to hear from fucking Cody. I don't want to hear from fucking Cody. I don't want to hear that shit.
So it didn't hurt your hands or your ego.
Can you be mad at an RBI? You can't be mad at an RBI. So
Excuse me. From what I understand, RBIs are just glorified hits.
this
This is what I've heard.
and that's my point. That's my point. That's my fucking point.
So you got an RBI without a hit. What good is that?
Yeah, right.
According to the scoreboard, that's one more run that we didn't have it for. So yeah, man. I mean, I I've been walking into
Now,
a
if
lot
it's
of.
the walk-off, then I'm okay with it.
Not everybody can be Sergio, man. Not everybody can be fucking Sergio, man.
Well, you're probably the only guy that hasn't had a walk-off.
I haven't.
You ever
I
had a
haven't.
you've had a
Yeah.
walk-off hit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Couple.
See,
Yeah.
well, fuck you guys, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. One day I'll be like there. One day. I haven't had none of that shit, man. But I think I've had one opportunity to do it. I think I got walked. So I mean, I did do my job and move the line over, right? But I could have ended it had I got a base hit in the right spot, you know. But
Yeah.
you can't be selfish, Cody. You can't be selfish.
Toe the line, huh?
Yeah, toe the line.
Pass the baton, as they say.
If I want to swing at first pitches, at least I got to toe the line, right? So I got to bounce out a little bit.
Quality AB.
Quality AB.
Sucker better be right down the damn.
I
road.
know, really.
It better be there. He's swinging shit up on your head by the
Yeah.
eyeballs.
No, I to a certain point, although Cody may not agree, but I am situationally aware sometimes of that. Bases loaded, we need the runs. I'm not going to swing 3-0. Maybe the other times I would, but not that.
Right.
Not that, But it worked out, but I agree with Cody. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, it was a good fastball, right? Like, you can't, based on that pop-up, that was a bad pitch. It was just, I didn't execute the swing. So, and of course, Reed did what he's supposed to do, right? Get me to come out, and I did. Luckily, fucking X had some wheels on him, so it worked out fine. Worked out fine, Cody. Worked out fine.
Hey, no, I'm good. Good for you.
Because I knew I was gonna hear it on the show. I was
Yeah,
like, oh
no,
man, like Cody's gonna.
You gonna get another bat to hang up? It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I can't. That's gonna be good. He's right, Cody. I'm really gonna hang up a bat. You're gonna have a bat too, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be nice, man. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
The last thing I want to leave it on, and I tagged fucking Jordan, and I tagged Ronte. We talked about this before, having a pickup game during the holidays. A lot of people you say you're gonna go to Galveston, so it's not for everybody, but just the people that are gonna stay and have shit to do. I think Ronte and Jordan need to do a pickup game. We'll call it the Turkey Classic, and maybe play before dinner, right? Some of us eat lunch for dinner, I guess. But if you eat dinner for Thanksgiving, maybe we could have it in the morning. Knock a couple innings out, but I'll leave it up to them since they're more connected than I am with fields. We don't need an umpire, but connected with the fields. So I'm just throwing it out there. Thanksgiving weekend. Everybody be safe. Enjoy your families. We'll see you guys next Tuesday.
And if you've already won the championship, just eat on Thursday.
Yeah. Eat.
Because you're not playing anymore, you might as well eat all the sweets you can.
Get out of shape, right? Yeah. No shit. Anything else you want to say?
Nope. Appreciate
Okay.
it. Thank you so much.
No, we're good. Quality ABs if you're still playing.
More
And
teams.
congrats to all the teams moving on.
Hey, what's the thing? More teams, more leagues? More leagues, more teams?
More leagues, more teams.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right.